Oh yeah!
Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Planet Coaster 2 with Cookie Pirate. Dale, welcome! Amen! Yes! Ask and you shall receive. That's actually a pretty applicable teaching for a lot of things, so. Alright, today we're going into the tropical park, and we're going to continue messing around with some stuff and seeing what we can improve. I've actually rediscovered how much I was enjoying this just over the last couple nights when I was, doing various things. Just making small improvements sometimes makes the biggest difference. So, for example, I'll talk about what I did a few nights ago, and we had this bridge back here that connected from here to here. And this path was jam-packed like Manhattan at rush hour. Oops. And once I took that up, people started going the long way around, and actually getting out to some of these rides that were grossly neglected, and they're becoming much more popular. And then just making a little bit of scenery changes around some rides here. We made this plaza last time, right in front of the Kraken ride, and this little hut. I'm still not a big fan of this, but maybe we can do something better. We made this train station, which I thought came out pretty cool. This is nice. And it fits the theming of the area overall with the Kraken station over there. We also repainted the ride and the train. And I want to kind of keep improving this coaster a little bit. Maybe with some animatronics, some music. The other things that we did a couple streams ago. So the last stream I did in this was Wednesday night. So Tuesday night, I think it was, we went in and kind of tore up the bottom of the Mako station, which was just barren, and we fitted it out with some shops. We got a gift shop and a gift counter over there, a couple vending machines here, and some food and drink options. What was that? Guests are having their park entry refunded because they're getting bored and leaving early. Don't you believe it? Park rating is back up. There's a lot of guests. Yeah, Dale, right? Yeah. I turned the cap up to 12,000 and we're at just over 10. Clear out a couple of these things. Yeah, we'll get people to take care of the bathrooms. Aha! Somebody got busted by security. Out. Take care of that. And we just need a couple guests to, or I'm sorry, a couple employees to come back so the guests can be taken care of. But overall, the park is in decent shape. I do want to focus a little bit more on this area here. Maybe we could add a flat ride right here. We have a little bit of room for one perhaps over here, but we'd probably have to build a bridge over the railroad track or a tunnel underneath it. Let's look at a couple options for flat rides. Let me unplug my Flight Sim joystick, since we definitely don't need that to play this game. Alright, we really do not have many flat rides in the park. Let's take a look at what we do have first. We've got the Pirate Swing. In fact, we could probably replace this with a new one and make it a little bit more popular, and give it some pirate scenery. If you kick out all the thieves, you'll be at 2,340 guests. I don't think it would drop that much. Alright, so we have the swing. We have this little chair slide. We've got the plunger thing, the drop tower, carousel, and bumper cars. And the miniature Ferris wheel. And the scrambler. Okay. Yep, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flat rides over here, and 1 there. And I actually don't think we have any others in the park. Yeah. Alright, so we have some options. This is kind of the Kraken-themed area, which is kind of the sea monster. We have the Mako coaster over here, shark-themed. Alright, so I think we could definitely put 2 good flat rides in this area. Let's see what we want to do. What would be good options for something to be kind of monster-themed? We could do an overpower ride. That's basically the top spin. And let's see what we get default in the resort theme. We've got the miniature Ferris wheel, the teacups, forge. That actually, oh, that fits. Nah, that's too big for that plot of land. It could go here, but we would have... No, actually, that's too tight of a space as well. If we wanted to modify the terrain a little bit, we could do that. Monsoon chute. That could be an option. Polarity. Ooh, interesting. That's more of a surf theme. And the board slide, we could actually swap that out. Where's the Ring of Death? Ah, which one is that? This? Chairlift. This here? Oh man, these are fun. They're simple, classic rides. Almost like fan favorites. This actually fits really well in this area. So we could definitely do something like that. Kind of right there. I think we would need to move the distributor underground. So let's actually pick that up and just slide it under the terrain. Yeah. Yes, okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and place that. I feel like we're missing a kid coaster. Yes, that too. Alright, let's do this here. We're gonna place that. It won't go well for the guests. Let's not be too twisted here. Alright. Let's actually do the exit first. So we're going to switch back to that. Go curved. These don't tend to get super long lines, rather. It becomes a little bit tough to do the curves to fit a perfect circle, perfect-ish. But that's actually, let's just eyeball it kind of lighter, right along that. That works. Shem, welcome back, man. Call it the Kraken swing. White and Blanco back-to-back. Yukon not be serious. We're gonna make the ride free. Any load, and we'll wait 30 to 60 seconds. Let's give it some color. And I want to kind of color it to match this over here. So we're going to go with the... I like that shade of dark blue. What is this? Can't even really tell. Oh, those are the chairs, not the frame. Alright, the seashells need to be like a tannish slate color. Not slate. Like a gray. Maybe like that. We could do green for that there. That works. And then area 4. Oh, so the tan actually carries over to that too. Yeah, I don't really know how I like that. Might it be better to go with a, yeah, you know what? I like the grayish. Let's do that. And, oh yeah, okay, that keeps that there. 244 D6. I like that. And what does this change? Just the shells around it. Or not the shells, but the frame around that there. Not the shells. Maybe if we go with a little bit of a deeper blue. Let's moderate that. Yeah. A little more vibrant. Now the chairs. It's just the hooks. That, I don't think, really does anything. Yeah. I don't think that changes anything at all, actually. Strawberry Jam, what's going on? Welcome in. Alright, do we want to add a little bit of scenery? I think we should. So we're actually going to go into the pirate theme because the Kraken is under that. Oh, that's cool. We got these clamshells around it. Interesting. Give it just a little bit of... So you can attach it. We could do a... Well, that's a fountain, but there's... I'm pretty sure there's a Kraken statue standalone. pufferfish, rock skull, ship statue, skull and crossbones. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. I mean, we've got this big one over here, so I'm not really sure. It would make a lot of sense, but I guess we could do a small one next to the swing. It'd be cool to add stuff to. But we'll give that a go for people to have an option for a flat ride. We can do another one over here. We'll have to build a bridge over the railroad track. While I'm thinking about it, I do want to add the animatronic to this coaster here. And we're going to time it. Kind of like I did with my old Kraken ride. Doesn't totally submerge. So I think what we would do is... Alright, let's do this here. I'm going to take the water out, and we're going to indent this a little bit. Use selected. Let's actually just go ahead. Add the water back in. It would be cool if you could fit in a wooden roller coaster. We already have one. I'll show you in a minute. It's not any wooden roller coaster. It's actually one that Jim has made. He did a fantastic job with it. That's fully submerged there. Put that there. And we'll set the timing on that to on trigger only. Okay. And we'll tweak that here in a minute. I want to get a flat ride in this space here. That would work. If we do that like right here. And we'll place the entrance here, and I'll wait to do the exit because we're going to build the bridge over the train tracks. I want to make sure I get the height right. So it'll be a little trial and error here. That clears. And that should be it. Oh, just a tad bit high. Okay. Alright, so that's ground level. So I'm going to actually tear these two up. And we're going to go with one. And just tie it in that way. And now we've got a bridge over the railroad. It's not perfectly centered, but it's... Actually, if we really wanted to, we could center it this way. So I'm a little bit of perfectionist when it comes to this. That's pretty well centered. And we will do descent to ground level. Let's tear that up. Right like that. And then to fix this here, close enough. And we could probably do the exit. So let's actually go into that place exit. And we'll line it up to tie right into this first flat square. Angle's just a tiny bit off. Man, am I being a little bit too picky about this? Maybe just a little. Angle it that way. That works. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good enough. I'm doing Blackpool Pleasure Beach as my last park of the season next week. The UK is currently being battered by storms, so maybe going to a park built on the Irish Sea is risky. Yeah, well hopefully they'll let up and I hope you have a great time. I remember you mentioning that you were trying to go. Who doesn't love a top spin in a choo-choo train? I like one and not the other. Alright, let's do... We've got some room for the cube. I love this, like, snap tool it has, where it just helps you line up to make a perfectly square. Yeah, that's good. What? Oh, come on. Do we have to pull that? Maybe. That works. Alright, and would it be just a... No, that actually works out. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go with that right there. Let's color the ride. I think in keeping with the theme, we're gonna go with, let's see here. Honestly, I think that's pretty good. I love the big one, but it can't operate in moderate winds. Even in the summer, it's 50-50 if it's running. Oh, man. That sucks. Well, hopefully you'll be able to go on it. I'm going to go with something a little bit lighter, so we're going to go with just the regular teal. And then right here, we'll use this darker blue. Yeah. That works. That actually matches the station. And we could do something cool with the color of the car. Alright, other frame options are going to be up here. We could maybe do the inverse. Or maybe even a mix. Oh, you know what? I think that actually looks pretty good. Now the arm. Maybe the wave pattern? Weird, it's like upside down. I like that, actually. Jimpers, how are you? Good to see you. Maybe for this. How do we want to color that? Maybe like that, or we could even make this green kind of to match the outer frames. This up here, I believe, is going to change the crossbar and the, yeah. We could do the dark blue. We could do the dark teal. We could go with, you know what? I think I like that. Because that actually helps highlight the color of the lights pattern there. And we'll go with some colors for the cars. I'm thinking we go with more of a purple, kind of to fit the monster. And also the color of the... Oh, that's the wrong coaster. I'm like, I see a train, let's check it out. And I'm like, oh, that's a little far, that's Mako. Alright, so for this we went with green and kind of dark blue and purple. So maybe we can do something similar for this. For the armrests, that's going to be that there. We'll make those a little bit of a richer purple. I do love Toxicator at Alton Towers, tallest top spin in the world. Super forceful and just about my threshold for what's too much. Top spins are no-go for me. Alright. This here we should go with a... Let's do the purple. These here we have a couple options. So those are the chairs and that platform. I think we go with the darker blue. This is going to be that. Ugh. Doesn't really work. Yeah, maybe that. It blends a little bit too much in my opinion. So maybe we go with the purple again for that. Ooh. I think I actually kind of like that. Makes it stand out a little bit. Now just call it a generic top spinner. I'm going to turn the price down. And, oh, it doesn't have power, really? Alright. So let's go in here. Facilities. Oh yeah, it's just outside of the range. Intersecting terrain. Really? Even though it's that far under... Okay, that works. Alright. Now let's go ahead and open it up. Let's go through a few of these notifications here. People getting kicked out of the park for doing things they shouldn't. Very well. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, come on. People vandalizing those. And we got that taken care of. Alright, so we've got this area pretty well set up. I think we need to flesh it out with some scenery. Some trees, some benches, some statues, stuff like that. Let's move that can onto the path, actually. Maybe right there on the side. Duplicate it, put another one right there. And right out here in front of the restrooms. Add a bench. This has got a decent line. Not too much. Decent line for that. So far, nobody making their way over there yet. Actually, that might go just below the bridge. Add a couple benches right in front of the ride there. And, add a trash can there. Maybe... Yeah, let's add a couple benches right up top here, over the staircase. Maybe a bin right there. Alright, we added benches over here. We could add a trash can, maybe right in front of the line there. Yeah, there's a bit of trash over here. I feel like maybe... Oh, it's... Yeah, they've got food right there. So let's add a trash can there. Add a bench right there. Maybe one right here. Just kind of centered with that. Got the trash can there. Might be a decent idea to add one kind of right here in the middle. And perhaps one right here at the bottom. Bench across from it. Ah, there we go. Some of these benches are obscured partially by the fountain. Oh, we get the fireworks now. I'm gonna do something with the middle of that. Alright, over here I think it would make sense to add some trees. Let me go into the custom ones. We can turn avoid paths off if we just get them in the right place. Like that there's fine. Well, that might be a little bit close to the swing. Yeah, let's undo that. That's too close. We could do smaller ones there. That's actually nice. That's okay. That's above the coaster enough. We want to add a shop right there, we could. Maybe a single tree right there. Maybe back over here. Oh, that's not. It's just barely not in the way of the ride. It's the best that I can tell. Ha! Right in the middle of the train. That works. Over the coaster, that curved tree. That works. Ah, there we go. That's a little bit better fleshed out. We could add a couple small shops right here. Potentially one right there. What do we have over here? We have drinks. Gulpy and Pip Shot. And then we have a Viva La Vegan vending machine up here. We could maybe do a small food shop and a small restroom, perhaps? Let's do a small restroom here, so we're going to go into scenery blueprints and we'll do... That's actually more space than I thought it would be, but I think we can still make it work. So let's do a... Oops. Let's just put one right here for now. We'll attach a restroom to it. Let's attach it right there. Yeah, a little bit over the water. That's a pretty easy fix. Alright, there we go. Slightly off center, but I don't care. It fits the terrain and it's close enough. And then right over here we could do a food stand. So let's do... small shop. Just place it here for a moment. And facilities, food. You know what? Chief beef. Absolutely. There we go. And this area is looking more decent. Okay. Now let's do a little bit of work on the ride. Well, we've got a lot of room to work with, theming-wise and stuff over here. And all of this is pretty undeveloped, so we have the potential to do a lot of stuff over here. But in the immediate vicinity of the ride, I think what we just need to do is add some scenery. So... looks great. I appreciate that, Shem. Yeah, it looks more, like, fleshed out. So if we want to separate the ride and the railroad, we could do that just by making this an island. I think maybe we'll do that or incorporate the train tracks. into part of that and have it cross over, and then have this as like an extension for something to develop. Alright. So the first thing I'm thinking is to fog these tunnels in. So let's actually go in here. We're gonna clear the themes. We're gonna go into special effects. Oh, there we go. We want that. Boiling steam, no. Bubbles, no. Rising steam, no. Waterfall. Where's the... Oh, it's in here. Okay. We could just add several of these little, mist. Because we really want this to be just fogged over completely. So we could add a couple on each side. Come down over here, add one. We want it sticking up just a little bit. Alright, so that's a lot of mist right there. Now we have this tunnel over here. We could do mist as well, or potentially something different. What are our options? Blowing snow? Ha! That would actually be really funny. I really wish they had a winter biome. That would be... Oh yeah, I see, okay. You could do smoke. You could do smoke and then mist. What is the smoke? Oh, it just kind of puffs it out. Okay. Oh yeah, you know what we're gonna do? Here's a Gerstlauer family coaster I've made if you'd like to check it out. It should be able to fit in the park. Alright, give me a few minutes, and I'll check it out. See how that looks. I think that's a relatively cool effect. It's almost like going into a volcano. Now we have a coaster that would be better themed for that. But I do kind of like the effect there. And we could even do... a couple things of mist just to kind of even it out. And let's go with fire. Maybe to kind of trigger. So we have flamethrower. Oh. Tell you what, I think the actual flamethrower would be the better option. And we could set those to trigger just on activation. So we're gonna do trigger only. Trigger only. And then what we'll need to do is set the triggers for the coaster. So what we'll do is go in, it's on customize, create trigger sequence, and place a new one. The first one's going to be for the fire effect. So I would say for that right here, we're going to do maybe right there, and we'll have to check the timing. Not sure why it has two of them there. Fire effects on a coaster are next level at night. Absolutely. Alright, get them to run for 2 seconds. So they should trigger on the drop and cut once the train gets to it. We could actually move it up just a little bit. It goes through it. Oh boy. So we'll set that there. And then you've got the smoke and the mist. And we could even do a couple external mist effects. Let's do that. And these can just be by default. Oh, the other thing we need to do is come back in. Where is 1? That triggers at the station. Don't need it. Place new trigger. Where is it spawn? Right before. Oh. Yeah, it gets a little bit wonky coming up through that there. And this... No, hold on. Okay. Should be for that right there. And let me just check when a train goes through that, because it should not trigger at the same time. If it does, that's a glitch. Let them cook, literally. Oh! No! I'm not trying to get sued for getting burned on a roller coaster. It took a minute, so we gotta set it back just a bit. Because by the time it goes through that, it should rise. So let's see how that does. And then we'll add... I do want to add a couple other mist effects here. So let's go into there. Add one on every side of the loop. Kind of like that. Ah, it stopped on the brake run. Alright, let's see how this timing is. it didn't activate. What in the world? Hold on. Alright. Not quite right. So let's, Okay, so hold on. Let me see where the trigger sequences are. So these should be with the fire. So those two. The first one shouldn't have the fire. Oh, that's good. Actually, is it just a split second early? Alright, let's move that up just a little bit. And let's move that up just a little bit. And we'll watch this train and see the timing, if that does better. Then we'll do the scenery around the coaster. But once we get the timing of the effects right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a very quick break, and then we're gonna check out Jumper's coaster. I'm looking forward to that. That's perfect. That's what I want. Right there. With the fire. Yes, it pops up right as it's going through. Alright. Very, very fine adjustment on that last one. And the other thing we could do is have it rotate, actually. No. That's alright, because when it rolls out of the helix, the monster is still up, so... Okay. I'm gonna save this real quick, and I'm gonna take a very short break. Do I have that sign? I think it said we'll be right back. Oh, we do! Yeah, that's right. I was thinking of that the other day. It's like, I don't think I have it here. We do. Alright, so I'm gonna step away real quick. When I get back, we're gonna check out Jumper's coaster. And we'll continue, you know, theming that ride. So, just one sec. Okay, we're back. Alright, so, Gerstlauer airtime. Yep, that code matches. Oh, excuse me, hiccup. Alright, let me see where it will fit. Oops. Now that doesn't take up too much space, it should fit in most places. Ooh, it's actually a little bit tight quarters. Maybe right there just for testing purposes. Ah! Just a tad bit in the way. Uh-oh. Alright, hold on a second here. Wait, Gerstlauer, this says it's a Vekoma. We're gonna have to reverse the station to clear that side of the track. Why did it turn into Aero Track? That's a good question. I was about to say, wait a second, it's a Vekoma, not Gerstlauer. I was like, what? Not sure what's up with that. To be fair, it is a modded... Oh, okay. Well, that could happen. We'll give it a... What? Whoa! What in the world? What's going on? It's not even running. What is happening? I'm asking the same question, Jimpers. I don't know what's going on. That is odd. I guess can't reach any of the shelves to this. Are you kidding me? That's a weird bug. Ah. Let me take care of this real quick. Fix that. Got out? Oh wow. Got away from it. Or got away with it, I should say. Got away from security. Put a different train on it, try to swap. Alright, let's see if that works. Save, exit out, go back in. Let me see here. Splash Emporium is where you'll find me. Yeah. The only ghetto park in PC2. Oh, come on, Dale. It's not that bad. Wasting away again in Splash Emporium. Oh, man. Nah, not giving me an option. Can't even ride it. I'll go ahead and take a look at the layout. So you've got the lift hill and a drop. Pop airtime. Nice smaller pop airtime right there. And a turn. Couple pops of air. Then a cut back and into the brakes. Yeah. Oh no, wait, that's just the mid-course or a launch or something. And then kind of back up here. Couple more pops. Helix, S-curve. Do I have interchangeable coaster cars turned on? I'm pretty sure. Let me double check though. Dude, your crime rate is obnoxious. Now I know I get a lot of bad behaved people, but it's getting better. Oh no, okay. Well, that will help. Yep, it's in the regular settings. So yeah, you go into regular settings, you go to game options and interchangeable coaster cars. Yeah, the layout looks pretty neat. Alright, now if we go into here. Okay. Let me restart the game. That crashed.
Oh yeah!
I think it might have crashed. It did, Jimbers. Alright, we'll try it again now. See if the setting is preserved. Vekoma. It just crashed the game again. Jimbers broke my Planet Coaster 2.
Oh yeah!
Way to crash. Dale, no naughty words in the chat. This is a family-friendly channel. Yeah. Yeah, Dale, watch your freaking mouth. Yeah, I mean, I don't care, like, you all use a little bit of profanity in the chat and stuff. That word is a little bit of a stretch. That's like at the line. Like, you're dropping F-bombs in the chat. I have deleted those, and I've told people continue dropping F-bombs, you're getting time limit. I personally don't care, but because we do get, like, kids and stuff like that, I do try to limit that. I myself tend not to swear on stream. What the F did I tell you? I said not to F and swear, MFer. Alright, do I dare try this one more time? Let me just mess around with a couple things real quick. Holy cow, look at the line for this, chair swing. Wow! I mean, it's gridlocked right here. I mean, you know what I might actually have to do? Is run that the long way around. Meanwhile, almost nobody is getting on this. Maybe it's a little bit too isolated. I don't know. F-bombs are out of the question. Sorry, I'm done. Oh! Yeah, that's wild. This is gridlocked. This over here has a trickle at best. Alright, let's go back over to this. Let's put the Vekoma train. No! Ah, that's the best I can do other than breaking my own rule. Ah. Alright, Jimpers. I'm not going to be able to ride it. I hate that.
Oh yeah!
But that's, yeah, 3 times in a row it's crashed my game, so I don't know what's up with that. Four is the lucky number. With my luck, we're gonna get to 144. See, I chose the one that was selected and it still crashed. Alright, that's a weird bug. Okay. Gosh.
Oh yeah!
Could you possibly post the B&M Hyper on the workshop? I think I have it. Let me go back into the park here. I'm interested in messing around with it. I think you did once. I could be wrong. I don't think I'll be downloading that, nor should anyone. Oh, Dale. Give him a little bit more credit. Alright, but yeah, we're going to take it out to prevent it from continuing to crash. Now, I wonder what it is over here that, maybe we could put, you know, some sort of a food shop up or something. Oh! Oh! He's not happy. He missed his, break, perhaps, or something? And he's, like, dragging his broom around the ground, looking down at the ground. He's like, oh, this is my evil plan. That was the goal. Alright, let me check the workshop real quick. I'm pretty sure I have that hyper up. Suggestion. YouTube from OBS. No dropped frames. Do you all hear me okay? Type in chat if you hear me okay. I sound like Elvis. In a good way. How do I not have the hyper up? You hear me just fine? Okay. I got a pop-up telling me my audio bitrate was lower than the recommended. And it said it had dropped to 0, but everything showing the broadcast checks out fine. So I don't know if it was just a glitch with the software or something was going weird. I don't know. Okay, so I actually don't have the hyper on the workshop. Yeah. Now I have the park, and you can mess with it there. Let me go in and save the coaster and the scenery pieces. Alright. Just a second here. What? You've been great. Probably peak in light of the fiber. Oh, yeah. Yeah, fiber's been fantastic for me. Yes, Dale. Alright. Let me just... Alright, there we go there. Time to work my magic if that's what you want to call it. It might have been dark magic if you crashed my game again. I want to close the door. I always like just making up words that, you know, the music, you know, it sounds like when you listen to it. Oh, hold on. Who broke it? Let's see who did it. That's the table that got broken. Aha! Right there. Out! Well, they're gonna get caught by security anyway. Well, they're already kicked out, so I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, just nobody is coming over here for this. Let me see, maybe we could do a medium. Yeah, maybe some sort of facility over here or something. It's a crime-ridden park over here. It's gotten better. Come on, Dale. Give me a little credit here. And part of it, too, the guest count is up to 10,000. I mean, if we left it at the default, it would probably be much lower. Kind of comes with the territory of raising the maximum guest count. Put food in a bathroom over there. Alright, let's see here. Scenery theme. Alright, we could work something out. Just for the short term, we're going to actually modify this right here. Let's do... maybe food or drink? Gelato Bros. Alright, we're gonna do something custom over here. So we're gonna go back with the facility right here. And then we're just gonna kind of like piecemeal it together. We need more security. I can't even call for backup. Oh, sure you can. Come on, man. Gonna go with just one of these arches here. weird, it didn't grab everything. It should stick all of these, but maybe it won't because it's a group in its entirety. See how to line these up. Maybe something like that. Alright, pick the whole thing up now. Intersecting terrain, really? Oh, is that not gonna work right there? Uh-oh. Restroom might not be the answer. Now we could try a, like a food counter. For example, if we just wanted to do like a pizza pen counter right here. Really? It's gonna cut it off. Yeah, we're boxed in over here. That may not work. Now, one option is to... Well... I don't even think we have enough room to run the queue under here. I was gonna say run the queue along this side and leave this all open over here for a facility. That could work, but... I really don't know. Well, this is thinned out a little bit. Man. I don't know. Oh, that didn't work. Alright, I do want to go back to... addressing this here. I think we could do some terrain work in this immediate area. I think maybe if we raise like a little bit of a... terrain right here in the immediate vicinity of this. Oh, I've got a good idea for that, actually. Remove the water. And then what we're gonna do is indent this kind of right in here. Let's actually bump that up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something out about that top spin. We might just end up removing it. Maybe doing something different with that land. Sample right there. Alright, let's add the water back in. And we just flooded half the park. Ah! Yeah, that's where it should be. And that right there actually works out halfway decent. So we got a little bit of terrain work over here by the Cobra roll for this coaster. And then we've kind of extended the portion of flat land. And that just allows for a little extra scenery. Oh. That's bugged. What in the world? I don't know what's up with that. Might just shut it down and add something else. What? Oh my gosh. Alright. Crashed the game again. This is starting to get mildly frustrating. Alright, so it looks like just this here. Alright, there we go. It was weird why that crashed it before, it didn't this time, so fine. Yeah, that's improved a bit. Missy, would you all want to see a POV of the floorless? Well, we'll add some like scenery around it first, like some trees and stuff, and then if you all are interested, we'll definitely do. One lone palm tree on top of that mountain there. Alright, let's, we should probably do some stuff with this up here. Maybe add stuff over here to try to obscure the boundary of the park. We got a lot of room to work with over here. Why is it not adding anything in? There we go. Weird. It feels like my game is bugging considerably tonight compared to most of the time. Now we'll go in for tropical rocks. There we go. Align to surface, we'll turn the brush down to 4 to 5 feet. Alright, we've got that rocked over pretty well. I got like hyper focused right there, wasn't really saying anything. But this area looks so much better fleshed out now. It was barren and now it actually looks like something. I'm gonna be ending the stream here in just a couple minutes, but I do want to give this a POV. So we'll check this out and see. Okay. Front bumper POV. It's gonna load in the station. Oh, you're almost done with the hyper? Alright, yeah, I can hang on for a little bit. Alright, here we go. Let's see how this turns out. This should be much better than before, where it was just barren. Could you possibly stay on another 10 to 15 minutes? Yes, I can. I will. Oh, that's cool. The other train's going and the Kraken animatronic pops up. Wow, that looks cool. Whoa! Oh, there he is! Yeah. Man, it's incredible what some theming and just some scenery does to your coaster. Like, this is phenomenal. 73% scenery bonus, and back before I think it was like 15. The EFN scores haven't changed much, but I know having, you know, some triggerable effects does give you a little bit of a boost to your excitement. Let's give this coaster some music. Let's, figure out a good track for it. Now we could check out the resort or pirate theme music. Not that. No. No. This one's actually pretty cool, but I'm not sure how well it fits. This one might be a good option. Ha! No. I think I'm gonna go with this one, honestly. That one just sounds like the most... It's not, like, super suspenseful, but it's got some, and then it actually sounds like a battle music, like you're actually fighting something, such as the Kraken. We could even add an animatronic of the tentacle, kind of reaching up if we wanted to. So what we could do is go in and choose the pirate theme. Where's the... Yeah, so here's the actual, like, full-fledged monster. We could have a tentacle pop up. Oh, the water's too shallow. We'd have to deepen it. Or, just lower the level. This would be a little on the tricky side to, Ah! Kind of in the way of the coaster track. It's overlapping a little bit. Let's try that. It gives a little something. Alright, jumpers, let me check it out real quick. Let me go ahead and save this. But yeah, this looks just so much better. It looks like it's brought to life. This is a massive disappointment. All of these people are sitting on this ride. Oh, they're excited. See if we can't bring, you know, something over here for them to do in the meantime. Maybe just a smaller ride and have a bigger one in a plot of land nearby here. But yeah, look at the scenery for this. Now we'll have to do all the scenery for this coaster because it's pretty bare bones throughout. It's like, whoa. Okay. Let's go into a new park, and this is going to be the last thing I do tonight. I'm thinking this weekend I'm going to set up a true coaster contest. I kid you not, I was thinking in my mind, I bet you, I said, what are the chances that this is going to be called Mako 3.0? And sure enough, I pull it up and it is. I'm excited to check this out. I mean, you all know by this point, I absolutely love B&M Hypers. Oh, but this one is a splashdown model, okay. Alright, let's give this a go. Front bumper. Start the test, and I'll actually leave the stats up. Use the superior model. Oh, that's a little bit of a hot take. Haha, look at that airtime hill. That's really good. Whoa, that's cool, right? Ooh, it almost doesn't make it. So good air. All right, that was really cool. It's good stats throughout. 79 miles an hour, 205 feet. So that actually gets a lot of really good speed, despite it not being super tall. It never gets super strong on the negative G's, so all of that is floater to mild ejector at most. But I actually like that, you know, for people that might be a little bit averse to it. The airtime is very smooth. I mean, look at that, you get 6 airtime hills and just under 6 seconds of it. And, but the ones that you do get are very nice, sustained floater up over that. Bit there, a little there. And then that. And these hills right here are really profiled nicely. And that one. And I really like what you did with this in the sense of keeping the, you know, the style of the original layout, but not like keeping every element of it, because some of it got a little bit excessive. The one thing that I would miss, if I would say, is going to be the turnaround back here. You know, relative to if you look at my park. In fact, I'll actually just... I'll go into mine. And I'll show you from a perspective. Let me load back into here real quick. Ah, come on. There. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's actually not bad. As not quite to the extent that I thought it would be. You definitely do miss out a little bit on kind of the turnaround right in front of the restaurant, which I made that coaster for the purpose, you know, having that turn right here for the purpose of that. So you do miss out a little bit on that. But if you look, this actually fits the profile of the existing coaster. It's not going to snap into place, of course, but it's really close. Like, it's very similar where all of the elements, you know, line up and everything. Brake run's a little extended. Mid-course, I should say. Outward, it comes out over the water. But, it feels like a very intuitive layout, which I really like. If I could have my way on this, what I would do is from after the mid-course, you have those 3 hills. This may be a little bit tough to do just given the orientation of the station, but I would have it possibly cut under the lift hill and go into some hills and then that like circle around and up into the brakes. I don't really know if that is a viable option, but I really like that. I'm interested. You said that the splashdown with the staggered seating is the superior model. I think that's a bit of a hot take. I mean, it does give you a little bit longer trains, but I actually prefer the 4 across on your traditional hypers. That's just me. But I really like that. I'd like to see if I'd be able to fit this into the park. Shouldn't be too difficult. It actually might require a little bit of modification if I did end up going that route. But overall, no, your coaster was fantastic. Like, I'm impressed by that. It was a really good take on this hyper. At least we got this part of the park done, kind of. Just this ride remains in question, but we'll see. Why is this out here actually looks pretty good, and we can do more stuff with this land out over this way, perhaps. You know, another coaster, some flat rides, another area of the park to kind of just tie it in somehow. That remains to be figured out. It's slowly coming together. We got this fixed up over here a little bit. And this big area of the park that was totally underdeveloped. We really got this kind of fleshed out, looking like something more purposeful. So I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, we need to add a few trees maybe up here. Let me do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Ah! Wrong rocks. Why did it reset to that? What in the world? Okay. Now we'll do some small palms. Turn that down just a little. forgot I had these little miniature ones. What? Jeez. Yeah, crowded part of the park right there. But, okay. That's actually, oh, that is a beautiful view. Now that I look at it, just take a look at that right there. You come up over this bridge and you have the lift hill for the floorless, and then you've got just a little bit further, a couple trees, but you've got the vertical loop in the back. And you come down, a view of the corkscrew. Chairlift that fits right between. And oh, you turn here to get to the entrance of the coaster. I went further than I needed to, actually. So, pretty interesting. And yeah, this is turning out nice. I'm pretty pleased with how this has come out. So this is a good note to end it on, I think, today. So actually streamed a little longer than I was expecting to. But alright, yeah. So thank you all for tuning in. I should be on tomorrow. I actually plan on doing this and at least one, perhaps two, maybe if I get ultra ambitious, maybe 3 flights tomorrow, since I've got time. But we'll see. And yeah, I look forward to playing this again some tomorrow. And Jimper's great job with that hyper again. I really liked that. So yeah, catch me tomorrow, hopefully. And until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and we'll see ya.